Howdy, Banger pals. Blayne Smith coming at you for another Overkill Reviews, Banger's weekly metal review show. And we're going back a bit because there was no way I was letting October go by without talking about this one. Yes, today I'm reviewing Undeath's More Insane. I know it came out October 4th on Prosthetic Records, and we normally do release dates or focus stuff around here, but it's still October. Brad got to review the last one. It's not fair. I want to talk about Undeath. Our boys from Rochester got together in 2018 and have been ushering in a new wave of death metal ever since. Yes, death metal is experiencing yet another new wave. We're on what, the new wave of death metal now? Am I forgetting a wave? It seems like just yesterday, Tomb Mold and Blood Incantation were at the front, but they're all in their prog era now, and bands like Frozen Soul and Undeath are the hot new thing on the block. Do they deserve the mantle? Only one way to find out. It wasn't too long ago that the term modern death metal would be a pretty big insult to lay at a band. I don't even think it was that long. I think it's still today. Today, I still normally wouldn't say that. The Tomb Mold wave was deliberately called new wave of old school death metal, as if we were all diving to say, no, it's new, but it doesn't suck, I swear. It's not melodic. It sounds like it was written and recorded in a bog. It's cool. We're fine. Don't worry. On More Insane, Undeath are fully embracing being a modern death metal band while also thoroughly scrubbing the term clean of all its nasty connotations. While we normally want a new death metal band's inspiration list to read, Bolt Thrower #1, and then nah, we're just good with that. You can just put Bolt Thrower up there, end of list. But Undeath have kicked that to the curb and basically done a smash and grab of the entire history of death metal, taking whatever they want from the 40-year history of the genre and putting it in their blender. This would normally be a terrible idea. There's lots of parts of this genre that do not fit together. TikTok compilation of illegal Lego moves, part 38. What's special is the blender. The thing's got to be a Vitamix or something. Get it in an infomercial because nothing is tripping this bad boy up.
Yes, it's just that simple.
Base of old school death metal here, handful of mellow death there. Hell, they even managed to squeeze in a chunk of brutal in there without making me hit the old next. Check it out. Well, Frozen Soul have their magic cards in the pit theatrics, and Sanguisugabog have, yeah, I don't have it. I'm sure there's some reason people are still listening to them. I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing around. Or am I? He's crazy. Whoa. Anyways, back to work. Undeath's secret weapon has always been Alexander Jones. Alexander, I don't know, it doesn't roll off the tongue. I wonder why he doesn't go by Alex.
Mother, can you keep him in the dark for life? Can you hide a brother?
Not sure. Guess I'll have to ask him one day. Okay, but seriously, work time. So, Alexander, if you've seen Undeath live, the energy he brings is, and I mean this as a glowing review, the biggest compliment. It's like he's a Make-A-Wish kid who's mostly into hardcore, but he got to front a metal band for the day. Like, full compliment. He's so excited to be at every show. It feels like his inner monologue the entire time is, man, I can't believe I get to do this. Hell yeah. He brings all the energy of a hardcore vocalist with the, I want to see the craziest stage dive y'all got, with none of the like, bro, this next song's about keeping it true for my boys, and if you try and flex, no, I keep that thing on. Like, blah, we don't need that. He's not bringing any of that over here. It's just the forced and enthusiasm coming through. It's hard to think of another vocalist who tops him with just how committed they sound to what they're doing. Plus, his lyrics are fantastic, and the fact that all the albums are in the same universe and telling a progressing story, as exemplified by the fact that the head on the album cover is the guy's head from Lesions of a Different Kind, is both impressive in and of itself and a great way to look back and see how he's progressing in complexity with his writing. Just listen to how catchy he makes the start of Disattachment of a Prophylactic in the Brace. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That's a title. Way to go, Alexander. While obviously a superstar vocalist is going to leap off the page at you because A, it's a vocalist, and B, he's performing his dang ass off, Undeath's secret weapon is that every member of the band is as essential as Alexander. Of course, Jared and Kyle shred on guitar, but even the rhythm section is main character on More Insane. Drummer Matt Browning has always had a little bit more juice in the tank than your usual bands in this lane. He's just straight up forcing himself to be in a tech death band at this point, though. The track I just played is one of the catchiest on the record, but Matt's out here auditioning for Obscura. It's a beautiful thing. All the fun of tech without the god dang typewriter. Praise be to Umbasa. And yes, that extends to bass as well. Tommy has great tone and sits in the mix exactly where he should. Undeath has a fun swagger to the band and just a great sense of humor with everything they do. And it almost feels like the bass is just there reminding you of that the whole time. The album is brisk in its near 34-minute runtime. It flies by like a day at the water park. I look up, boom, album's done. But it's jam-packed with little touches, and every time you hit repeat, there's something new that grabs your attention. But what grabs my attention on every single listen, though, is this. Use that attention-grabbing moment to talk to you about your data privacy. Do you care about your data privacy? No, me neither. Great, we don't need to talk about that because you guys support us on Patreon. You give us a couple bucks every month, and we don't have to put weird ads that don't fit with what we're doing here. So toss us a couple bucks if you can. Otherwise, just a like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Allows this whole metal machine to keep on thrushing. So, it's More Insane, but is it more better? I'd say it's more different. This is a shining example of how to grow as a band to sort of fill that headliner tier act without immediately jettisoning everything that got you there in the first place. They've written a host of songs that are big, catchy, and diverse, while still maintaining most of their metal grime. I say like the overwhelming majority of their metal grime. I've been on the Undeath train the whole time. Hell, I got the full Undeath Beach collection here. So I can't be mad that they're doing great. The whole time I've been saying, this is the best new wave sensation. You guys should make these guys headliners, give them all the money, make this a huge band. So what's happening is what I said should happen. So what am I going to be like? No, stay in the underground with me, record into a tin can. It's like a kid growing up and leaving the nest. It's a proud moment, but a little bittersweet. I say sort of because I have absolutely nothing to do with the band or their progress, so where the hell do I get off? But regardless, 4 out of 5 skulls split in twain, asunder even. What a great cover story they're telling. I love the album cover continuity. It's great. It's great. So yeah, definitely big shout out to Matthew Browning for all these great Undeath album covers and merch items. And speaking of shout outs, let's shout out a record. So I've mostly been sucked dry by you all for records, but I do have a record that came out the same day as the Undeath record that I didn't get a chance to talk about. Speaking of amazing cover artists, Temple of Dread, God of the Godless on Testimony Records, came out October 4th, has a Paolo Girardi, the God. So great record. Awesome death metal. There you go. At least one more record. And let me know, are you vibing as hard with Undeath as I am? Have you seen them lately? I've seen them a handful of times, and every time just one of the best live bands, I think, active right now. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. See you next week. Friday, it's not me. Hey, you get a break from Blayne. You're welcome.